Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Cars with Big Boy Trev. I'm Big Boy Trev and today we have something amazing courtesy of Volkswagen Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the Volkswagen T5 Transporter. But first things first, let's check out the highlights of today's show. This week on Cars with Big Boy Trev, we preview the next generation BMW X3. Question is, does the new design, language, performance and practicality sway you into purchasing it? Finally, we review the versatile Volkswagen Transporter van. We check out its practicality, versatility, efficiency and value for money proposition against its rivals, the Nissan NV350 and the Toyota Hiace. Catch this and much more on Cars with Big Boy Trev this Sunday, 5 p.m. only on NTV. Welcome to Cars with Big Boy Trev Extra. My name is Big Boy Trev. It's all about the news and reviews from across the world. We jump straight into BMW as they've just unveiled the next generation BMW X3, slated to come into Kenya in 2025. And here's what to expect of this brand new BMW X3. Now, viewed from the front, the new BMW X3 sports a revised version of the automaker's signature kidney grille. The latter is flanked by a redesigned adaptive LED headlamps which incorporate a non-dazzling matrix high beams. Fresh lighting signatures from the daytime running lights are also present, and in addition, BMW's iconic glow contour lighting is available as an option. Around the back, the tailgate has been redesigned and has the aft lighting clusters. Now step inside the brand new BMW X3. It is equipped with the firm's new Live Cockpit Plus arrangement, which comprises of a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 14.9-inch touch-enabled infotainment system. The latter incorporates niceties such as Apple CarPlay and Android Auto screen mirroring, and of course cloud-based sat-nav, amongst many other features. In terms of performance, the lineup comprises of a quartet of models available with the option of 2 petrol powertrains, a plug-in hybrid and an oil burner. The petrol models come in the shape of the 153 kilowatt, 330 Newton meter 20X drive, which employs a 2-liter turbo petrol, and of course the 293 kilowatt, 580 Newton meters of torque M50 X drive, which is endowed with the brand's familiar 3-liter inline 6. The first electrified model will actually come with the 2-liter version, which is actually having a peak power of 220 kilowatts and 450 Newton meters of torque. The sole diesel engine in the lineup is a 20D X-Drive 2-liter, 4-pot churns out 145 kilowatts and 400 Newton meters of torque. Now, we do expect that this particular brand new BMW X3 built in Africa will be available for the Kenyan market early 2025. Of course, Cars with Big Boy Trev will be there to give you the exclusive review of the brand new BMW X3. Welcome to Cars with Big Boy Trev social media segment. We give you the opportunity to speak of what you've seen in the show and how we can improve CBBT. We jump straight into our Facebook page, and the first person we see is a guy called Mike Nthawo, and he says, "Asante for the show, fan from Makueni. Asante sana for tuning in on Cars with Big Boy Trev. We know that we reach every corner of the country, and we are happy that you enjoy CBBT." Our next top fan is Sean Trevor, and he says, "The Kia Seltos is a good car, but for me, I'll stick with the Kia Sorento." Well, I can tell you for a fact that Kias are making amazing vehicles, and of course the Seltos is actually targeted to a different audience. So if you feel like you love the Sorento, well, again, you enjoy Cars with Big Boy Trev because we give you the exclusives on all Kia products. And finally, we have a guy called Hockey Paul, and he says the show was nice. Well, thank you so much, Hockey Paul, for watching Cars with Big Boy Trev. We endeavor and we do this because we love what we do, and we want to ensure that everybody has enough satisfaction while watching Cars with Big Boy Trev. So if you have any questions, comments or queries, don't hesitate to write to us as seen on the social media handles below. We get back to you the feedback next week. Now it's time for us to check into the commercial world and review the Volkswagen Transporter. Let's go. So guys, John Cars with Big Boy Trev is all about panel vans. Panel vans have been at the core of our transportation business right here in Kenya. Over the years, we've seen the likes of the Toyota Hiace and the Nissan NV300, popularly known as a caravan, taking lead in transportation of goods and services from point A to B, last mile connectivity. We've seen the different applications of these panel vans, from the transportation business and many other aspects that you've seen on the Kenyan roads. But today on Cars with Big Boy Trev, we're introducing a brand new entrant into the market, introducing to you the Volkswagen T5 Transporter. Question is, will it be able to upset the local leaders? We're going to start this review by checking out the design face of this particular van. Now, as you can see, it has a typical Volkswagen face, which you've probably seen on the Jetta, on the Passat, and of course the Amarok. Now, this design face ensures that this particular panel van looks good visually, and of course has that design key that it is a typical Volkswagen product. Now, let's start with the grille, massive grille Volkswagen badge, as you can see, and of course with the 4Motion badge because this is a 4-wheel drive version. Now, the grille and the bumper are color coded so that it gives that margins of je ne sais quoi we keep on talking about. Now, it makes it easy to clean this particular area, and of course with this massive rectangular headlamps allows for these halogen beams to illuminate the road while you are driving this T5 Transporter. Now, as you can see, it's got a little bit of a hood. This creates ample space for crash protection for the passengers, which is very important. And of course, with this high rake windscreen and of course minimal blind spot, so that the driver can see a 360 degree of the vehicle at any given time, be it the large mirrors or the minimal A pillars, as you can see right here. Now, let's move to the side and see what the design face is all about. So moving over to the side profile, as you can see, this tall structure with the added crash protection gives this car a lot of volume, especially in the cargo bay area. And of course, the added crash protection ensures that the front passengers are safe at any given time in case of a collision. Now, as you can see, what Volkswagen have done, they've pushed the wheels to the extremities. This is to allow plenty of cargo room and of course passenger comfort inside this particular T5 platform. Now, the design face as well, again, very elegant, very subtle. As you can see, there is a hip line that runs across from the front tail lamp all the way to the back, just to give this car that je ne sais quoi we keep on talking about on cars with Big Boy Trev. And of course, depending on your customization, you can have this rear door customizable. Some variants will not have this particular one. You can have the windows blocked as well for privacy, and many other applications. You can actually have a sunroof as well if you're in the tours and travel business. It's all a matter of customization, courtesy of the T5 Transporter. Let's move to the back and see what the design face again is all about. Now, moving over to the back, you can see the level of customization by the Transporter T5. You can actually specify this particular vehicle to have a horizontally opening door or a vertical tailspin door like this to allow easy entry or exit of luggage into the cargo area. And of course, as you can see, the tail lamps, square design as well with this signature LED design, again telling you that this product was designed perfectly by Volkswagen designers in Wolfsburg. Again, color-coded bumper as well with reflectors, also showing that it matches the wing mirrors and of course the bumper and the grille at the front. But the question now remains, how comfortable is this particular transporter? Will the driver and passenger enjoy long distances in it? Are you able to carry luggage? How big is the luggage capacity? Let's jump in and see what this transporter is all about. So guys, you've seen from the walk around the design perspective of this Volkswagen Transporter panel van, and I can tell you memories are yonder. My nursery school used to transport us using that particular Volkswagen old school panel van, and now even our president, our late president Daniel Arap Moi, used to tour the country with the Volkswagen van. I can tell you it was iconic. But now the question still remains, this brand new T5 model is ready for Kenya. Can it upset the kings, the Toyota Hiace, and of course the Nissan NV300? We're going to find out by starting this review with this particular cabin. So how comfortable is this cabin of this particular car? And I can tell you for a fact, it's typical Volkswagen. Volkswagen know how to build cars for many, many years, and now they're translating the design language all the way to the panel vans. So these particular vehicles are actually built to transport goods and services from point A to B, basically last mile. So you have about a ton of luggage space and you're able to drive the car comfortably. But what Volkswagen have done is to add creature comforts to make the driving experience fantastic. So let's start with the dashboard. As you can see, it has that traditional forward curve design where basically the dashboard is faced far away from the driver to create an illusion of space. That is so important because when you're driving long distance, you need space in your vehicle. And as you can see, Big Boy is actually very, very comfortable in this T5 Transporter. Now, what I can see from the center console, there is one big display here. It's a double-din audio system courtesy of Volkswagen, and I can tell you they know how to make good audio systems. So basically, this particular system, you can, one, play music via USB, Bluetooth, SD card, and if you have an iPod or iPad, you can key in and put in your auxiliary port and listen to music. And it sounds like this. I love Roomba, so when you're driving long distance, you're able to concentrate and enjoy the beautiful sound. And the speakers are actually high quality with tweeters right here on the A pillar. It shows that Volkswagen really care about the driver convenience of this particular T5 transporter. Not only that, this particular system also gives you the ability to see what the vehicle is doing at some point, and of course you're able to do some diagnostics using this particular system. Right below it, you do have climate control. Now, climate control is very important because remember, we live in a tropical country and you need AC to work perfectly. Now, right next to the climate control are quite a number of buttons. You have park distance control, which comes as standard. You have a hazard, and of course other satellite buttons that they're blank, and I think they are for all-wheel drive systems or the 4Motion that we call on Volkswagen. Obviously, you do have plenty of cubby holes and spaces because remember, this is a utility vehicle. So obviously on top you can see the space here. You can actually put your sunglasses or whatever it is. And then also here you do have a cup holder. Very convenient. I've just put my keys there. And of course you do have even space here where you can actually put either your phone or cards. And then you have a 12-volt socket right here where you can actually charge your gadget, or if you're a smoker, you can actually use it for, it's lighting up a cigarette. Don't smoke. I can tell you that for sure. Now, let's move over to the instrument binnacle. And again, it's typical Volkswagen design. The instrument binnacle has been designed to give that driver information, very importantly, clearly without taking your eyes off the road. The steering wheel is comfortable. It's a 3-spoke design. It doesn't have satellite buttons, but it works. It looks good. It feels good on the hand. It doesn't have that massive steering wheel that you probably find on other panel vans, but this one is quite comfortable. As you can see, Big Boy is quite comfortable. This particular front part, it's a bench seat. So the driver's seat is solo, but the passenger and co-passenger actually is a bench seat. So you can actually carry 2 people right here. So that's very convenient, especially if you don't have seats at the back. Now the seats are adjustable for the driver, height of course, and even the steering wheel as well. You're able to adjust it. So telescopic, you're able to adjust so that you're able to fit comfortably inside this particular T5 vehicle. Now it's time for me to move over at the back and see what kind of space you have in this particular 900 kg panel van. Can it carry stuff? Does it have good ground clearance? Let's move and see what the rear space has to offer. Moving over to the back side of this Volkswagen T5 panel van, I can tell you for a fact the amount of space is just but believable. Look, I'm Big Boy, but there's so much space. Now this loading area can actually carry 1 ton, and you're able to customize it based on your preference. So for example, if you want to get into the transportation business, say a school van, you can actually put seats, and Volkswagen can specify that for you, and they'll make those seats as safe as possible. Remember, if you're carrying people, then you need safety seats that will not just get away from the floor, but also be able to ensure that the safety of your passengers are there. If you want to specify this one to carry, say, bread, you're able to add an additional partition over here to ensure that whatever you're carrying is safe and secure. If you want to put it on a tourist type of design, then you're able to customize this particular van to become a tour van. So even you can have this roof panel cut so that you're able to have a sunroof so that the tourists can actually see the wilderness and the animals at Masai Mara or Amboseli or whatever park that you're in. And not only that, you do have plenty of tie-down hooks to secure your luggage, just in case you just want this van to be like this, open, flat-ended. Now, the goodness about this particular floor, you can customize. You can actually have a rubberized floor, but at an additional cost, or you can actually hose it down with water in case you're carrying, fruits, vegetables, whatever it is. So the particular floor is galvanized to prevent rust. And of course, again, it is strong and sturdy to support that 1 ton of luggage. If you have abnormal luggage, you can also specify that this particular door can be opened and actually made for you. It depends on what you want. So it is customizable based on your taste and preference. Not only that, Volkswagen will give you the ability to actually customize it further into a transportation vehicle. So if you're carrying troops, if you're carrying, let's say, the police, you're able to customize it to ensure that this particular van fits your lifestyle. But it's time to find out and see whether this particular Volkswagen T5 is as comfortable to drive, how efficient is it over long distance, how safe is it, and of course I will give you value for money as to why this particular T5 can actually compete with the rest of the herd. So guys, you've seen what the Volkswagen T5 panel van is all about. It's got style, it's functional, it's comfortable for the driver, it can carry you up to 1 ton, it's customizable to your taste and preference, but it's time to see whether this particular vehicle has the engine capacity to carry that 1 ton comfortably, efficiently, and of course give you value for money. Now let's start with the engine. So basically this T5 platform also is based on the Amarok platform, so they share quite a number of things, including the chassis, engines, and of course the 4x4 drivetrain. Now this particular one that I'm driving is a 2-liter turbo diesel. Yes, you're wondering, this panel van looks big, but 2-liter, yes, 2-liter that produces 103 kilowatts and 340 newton meters from as low as 1750 all the way to 2500 RPMs. Now that 340 newton meters of torque allows this car to accelerate like that. Well, it pulls because the torque band is very narrow and it is intense, so it allows you to zip through traffic or overtake quite easily. Now all that power is sent either to the 2 wheels or 4 wheels courtesy of a 6-speed manual transmission. So this particular version that I'm driving has a 4-motion setup, so basically it's 4-wheel drive. So the power is sent to the 4 wheels on a 50-50 basis on both axles, and you can regulate it. And of course it has an electronic diff lock, so when I get into trouble and I need traction, I can switch it on and I'm able to get out of that situation quite easily. Now this 6-speed manual allows you to explore the full potential of this particular engine and of course give you a fuel economy figure of 10 kilometers to the liter. Now with this particular vehicle having an 80-liter tank, you're able to go on average 800 kilometers on one single refill. Now let's talk about the handling aspect of this particular vehicle. Now this particular version that I'm driving has a 4-motion version, so it's got plenty of grip on all 4 wheels. And of course also it is fitted with the Siddle lift package. Basically it's a rough road package that allows this particular car to actually have a raised suspension setup to increase your ground clearance. What are the applications? If you have a tours and travel company, then you're able to use this car to go to Masai Mara because that road is not the best. So with good traction, good clearance, you're able to go literally anywhere. And of course with the electronic diff lock, no situation cannot be handled with the 4-motion on this T5 transporter panel van. Again, also if you are into the military or security business, then having this 4x4 vehicle will actually help you because you're able to tackle the rough terrain of our vast country with ease and without any stress. Now let's talk about safety. I am very passionate about safety, especially in panel vans, because for the longest time there have been death traps, but Volkswagen are trying to change this notion. Why? Because they've added a lot of active and passive safety features to ensure that the passenger and the driver remain safe at any given time. So what do I mean by that? So basically, instead of having just a long nose, it has been protruded to have that extra extended chassis so that the impact energy is dissipated away from the passenger cell. So by use of AutoCAD, which is basically a design program that allows you to design a chassis that is able to be safe enough for the passengers, the AutoCAD system now helps the designers to know whether the impact points and of course the chassis hardening points are safe for application in this T5 transporter. Let's talk about active safety. Very critical, especially in this segment. This prevents you from getting into an accident. So from the umbrella ESP, electronic stability control, which literally controls 1, ABS, which prevents wheel lock during an emergency, EBD, electronic brake force distribution, that ensures that you're able to stop effectively, and brake assist to ensure that you have maximum boost pressure at any given time. That is so important at any given time. Now in case all hell breaks loose, then you can rely on the dual airbags for the passenger and the driver to minimize injury, and of course a collapsible steering column to ensure that the steering does not impact on your chest, and of course side impact beams on the doors to prevent injury during a side collision. I think that's so important. And of course, don't forget the safety belt is the most critical aspect of safety in the vehicle. Make sure you wear that at any given time. So guys, we've seen this particular car looks good, it is comfortable, of course you're able to customize it to your taste and preference, and of course it is powerful, efficient and safe. But the question still remains, can it upset the local dominance of the Toyota Hiace or the Nissan NV200 or the Hyundai H1? We're going to find out right now on Value for Money. So guys, you've just seen the full complete review of this Volkswagen T5 Transporter, and I can tell you I am impressed with every single detail about this particular panel van. It's stylish, as you can see. It's got a good and powerful engine that's very fuel efficient, good torque, and of course good economy, and of course the creature comfort for the driver and passenger, very comfortable. And of course at the back, customizable to your taste and preference. So if you're in the transport business, if you're in tours and travel, if you want an ambulance, if you are part of the security services, this particular van is a van for you. You can customize it to your taste and preference, and it can go anywhere. The Volkswagen Transporter comes in two derivatives, the 4x2 and 4x4. Customizable to your taste and preference. It comes with a 2-year unlimited warranty, plus you can rely on CFR Motors Kenya extensive after-sales network to maintain your Volkswagen Transporter. I want to thank you so much for joining us on Kazi Big Boy Trev. If you have any questions, comments, or queries, do not hesitate to write to us as seen on the social media handles below. But before I leave, how do you catch Kazi Big Boy Trev after the show? Well, immediately at 7 p.m, the YouTube channel goes live with today's episode, and of course, you're able to catch up with the rest of the CBBT content. We have close to 80 episodes. There is no one who has so much content as far as cars are concerned on YouTube, right here in Kenya, East Africa, and Sub-Saharan Africa, apart from Kazi Big Boy Trev. So we're very honored. Please visit, comment, like, and share, and you can get updates on our social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Guys, thank you so much. Big Boy Trev here. Drive safe and be safe.